100 prophets that Obadiah decided to keep safe in the cave. Since Sunday school, I've been taught that Obadiah did something great. Since Sunday school, I always was taught to celebrate Obadiah. And this is no disrespect to the person of Obadiah. And people of God, this was a man who found out that Jezebel was slaughtering the prophets, and Obadiah decided to keep 100 prophets and lock them up in the cave and fed them day and night. Sir, what is a prophet without prophecy? For as many days as the famine lasted, as many days as Jezebel sought for their life, they had no ministry. As many days as Jezebel wanted them dead, they cannot prophesy, because if you come out, that will be your end. How will such glorious destinies end up in the cave? Sir, it is a cause for worry. How can, with all your certificates and all the prophecies over your life, you are ending up in the cave? Oh, ye cave, you are not my destination. With a loud voice, can somebody thunder say, I break out? Now listen to me very well. What is the implication of this? Sir, what are the dynamics of what you are trying to say? I said it before. Let me remind you that there was yet a man who was a prophet. While these guys were in the cave, he was not in the cave. I'm sure you know this man. That while these people were in the cave, he was not in the cave. Sir, I'm sure you know him. The man that confronted the 450 prophets of Baal. I hope you remember him. What is his name? Sir, you don't keep men who have had encounters in the cave. You can afford, people of God, prophets without pedigrees can end up in the cave. Prophets who are in the bandwagon. But sir, you see this man, he carries a mantle. You can pack others and put in the cave. So sir, if you must not be stereotyped in the cave, grab a mantle. And the mantle I'm talking about is beyond the physical thing. I'm talking about divine empowerment. There are levels of power the devil cannot quarantine. Did you hear what I just said? There are levels of divine empowerment that the devil cannot confine. So you cannot, he couldn't keep this guy in the cave. Am I communicating? And so I beg of you, beyond the things you ask God to give you, always ask God, encounter me. Ask God, pour yourself inside of me. Lord, may my life continue to experience the transfiguration experience. When Jesus prayed on the mount, the Bible said the fashion of his countenance was altered. Mortality gave way to immortality. Such men cannot be tied down to the cave. Am I communicating? Call your name, say Jerry. Say my destiny is bigger than the cave. If you believe it, thunder a louder amen. Say encounters are speaking over my life. I cannot be in the cave. If you believe it, thunder a louder amen. Sir, can I share with you again the second thing about confinement, demonic confinement? I don't care what Obadiah, what you did was good, but I am comparing what you did vis-a-vis their purpose on earth. So don't do me good that will destroy my purpose. Don't don't do me good that will extinguish my destiny fire. At that point in time, it doesn't make sense. People of God, you know that these men, they were running away from Jezebel, killing them. You know that's why Obadiah locked them in the cave. But let me remind you, some of you already know, Obadiah was the chief of staff to Ahab. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying, but he was a good man, chief of staff to Ahab. But do you understand, by Baal worship, every harvest that happened in Israel was first of all submitted to Baal. Did you hear what I just said? And so, if Obadiah was bringing food from the house of Ahab, I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. So, it eventually means you are running away from a woman to kill you. But then again, it is the same woman that is feeding you. For as long as Jezebel feeds you, you will remain in the cave. And this is what the devil does. He's not interested in killing you anymore. Let your life be going forward. Let your career be going forward. Let your business be going forward. But allow me to be feeding your carnal appetites. I will not kill your career. Let it be going. I will not kill your business. But you know what? I will be feeding every besetting sin in your life. That is how men remain at the cave. You are running away from Jezebel that wants to kill you. But yet you are not running away from the food of the Jezebel. So the devil wanted to route Jezebel's meal to these 100 prophets and decided to route it through the goodwill of Obadiah. Make it on Sunday, Asha. Let it never be said you ran through high mountains only to end up being fed by Jezebel. People of God, whatever that is feeding you, that is against the purpose of God for your life, at the sound of your amen, let it be broken by fire. I wish your amen were thunder louder than that. Whatever that is feeding your spirit, whatever that is feeding your future, whatever that is feeding your passion, at the sound of your amen, I announce, let it be broken right now. Lay your hands on your chest and say, I have a sound mind. Can you declare it louder like you don't mind? Shout, I have a sound mind. Can you scream and let it anoint the devil? Say, I have a sound mind. Say, whatsoever the Lord did not feed me with, I refuse to eat it from Jezebel's table. If you believe it, can you thunder a louder amen? Take your seat. Let me tell you something that is very profound about this prophet. Very true. If Jezebel brings them food, you and I know that they will reject it. If Jezebel brings that food, they will never accept to eat it. But if Obadiah brings the food, they will take it, even if it is Jezebel's own. So between the food that Jezebel prepared and the one that eventually came to them, Obadiah rebranded it. Am I communicating? When a man remains in a cave for too long, I have a question for that man. What have you been eating? When men are stuck in a place for too long, please ask them. It is important. It is not about let me break out. What are you eating? There are things that men will eat that keep them in the cave. Am I communicating? So it's not about leave the cave. Lord, what am I being fed while I am in the cave?